how does your prescription drug plan cover your prescriptions? All prescription drug plans will vary across the country by state, by carrier. So I'm going to speak in generality here, but most prescription drug plans are going to have a deductible. Deductible means the amount you have to pay before the plan starts to pay. And in 2026, that deductible amount is $615. So some plans have $615 for the deductible. Some plans have $295 for the deductible. Really just depends on the plan and, again, the state. Some people won't ever notice the deductible because that deductible, even though it's $615, maybe it only applies to tiers 3 and 4. So specialty drugs like specialty diabetes or specialty heart. So some deductibles are for all tiers, right? Doesn't matter what you're taking, you're going to pay that deductible. But depending on your medications and your plan, that's why it's important to review them every single year, because they do change every year. The deductible amount changes every year. What the insurance company decides, which tier is covered under that deductible and which ones are not, can change every year. And then the formulary can change. Formulary is a fancy word for how the insurance company is going to cover that prescription, and if they're even going to cover it at all. So that's the deductible. And then I'm not going to use all the fancy words. Then they're going to start covering your prescriptions. Okay. So if you take basic prescriptions like amlodipine, hydrochlorothiazide, metformin, you may pay a couple dollars or nothing for your prescriptions. And so you may pay nothing throughout the whole year. Some people who have specialty drugs, some of them are $47, some of them are a percentage. Again, why it's important to review your prescription drug coverage every single year, because one drug plan may save you a lot of money over another one. All because a drug plan is expensive does not mean it's better. Some of the older plans are just expensive. They're there, but they're actually terrible at covering prescription drugs. And then something that you may have heard of but haven't heard about much lately is the donut hole. And the reason why you haven't heard about it much is because it went away. Some people still say, I don't understand it. Doesn't matter. It's gone. So the donut hole was a gap in your coverage. So now the most that anyone can pay for their prescriptions for the year is $2,100. It started with the Inflation Reduction Act, and that is the result of, one of the results of it, is that in 2026, the most that you can pay for any of your prescriptions is $2,100 plus a deductible. So it's not great, but it is better than the $5,000 or so that you could have paid or more. And so now it is capped at that $2,100.